Hello. In this video demonstration, we will be talking about control structures. So, I'll be rewriting conditional statements using the multiple selection or switch statements in three languages. We have the C++, Java, and the C Sharp. So, I will explain first the original code here. We have four if statements that check different values of variable k. So if k is equal to 1 or k is equal to 2, j becomes 2 times k minus 1. If k is equal to 3 or k is equal to 5, j equals 3 times k plus 1. If k is equal to 4, j equals 4 times k minus 1. And if k is equal to 6, or k is equal to 7, or k is equal to 8, j equals k minus 2. So we have it here in our C++ implementation, Java, and the C Sharp. So in C++, I use switch statement with multiple case labels. And as you notice, how cases 1 and 2, this one, cases 1 and 2 fall through to execute the same code. So this called case fall through, and it's how we handle the or condition from the original code. Because in our original code, it says here that if k is equal to 1 or k is equal to 2. So I am using case fall through. So if case is equal to 1 or case is equal to 2, so this is how we handled or condition. Each case group ends with break statement to prevent unintended fall through. And the default case here handles any values of k that don't match our specified cases. So this is our um, solution from the given problem. So if k is equal to 1 or k is equal to 2, j equals 2 times k minus 1. So here, 2 times k minus 1. So I just get this from the problem. Okay, so now let me test with this k. So it's how to check the output. So here, the user must enter a value of k. So for example, let's check case 2. So 2. So our k is 2, our j is 3. How comes that j becomes 3? It's because if our k is 2, so we input here 2, j becomes 2 times our input k, which is 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4, minus 1 equals 3. So our j is 3. How about, let's try 5. Okay, our k is 5. Our j is 16. Let's check. 5. Where is 5? Here. K is 5. So, what happened? J equals 3 times k. So, our k is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 1, 16. So, our j becomes 16. Now let's talk about here our Java implementation. So in Java implementation is very similar to C++. The syntax for switch statement is nearly identical. The main differences are we import utilities for scanner so that we can input a value for our k, and we uses system.out.print to uh, display in our output screen. And What else? We use scanner to for input. So the switch logic remains exactly with case fall through and break statements. So we have here the switch, the case, and the formula. And we also have the break and the default. So if we will run this code, then let's test with our k as 4. Where is 4? So here, j equals 4 times k minus 1. So 4 times 4 is 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. So our j becomes 15. So how about 7? So if our, let's run again. If our k is 7, so we have k equals 7, our j becomes 5. So, paano ba naging 5 yan? Tingnan natin. K is 7. So, could be we will check also an 8 or 6 because this is considered 4. So, it could be 6, 7, or 8. So, 7. J equals K. What is our K? 7. So, 7 minus 2 is 5. So, our J becomes 5. So, how about in the C sharp implementation? So, C sharp also uses very similar switch syntax. The key differences from C++ and Java, we're just using console, and the purpose is that console to input for input convert convert. Since console.write to input k, then we convert k into as an input. So we use console.write line for output. Then the structures using also using system, this one, instead of includes in our C++ and imports in our Java. So the switch statement's logic is identical across all three languages. So very, very the same. Let's run this code in our C sharp. Okay, let's try one. So 1, 2 times 1 is 2 minus 1. Our J is 1. Okay, and how about we will try the default. So 10. 10 is not in our option. So it would say no matching case for k equals 10 here. So no matching case. This will catch all input that didn't match to our options above. So, the main differences or similarities across these three languages. Let's talk first with similarities. So, first, the very obvious one is the syntax. All three languages use nearly identical switch statement syntax, and oh, and um all languages also support multiple case labels. Executing the same code block, we uses case fall through. And then we also have break statements, which will require explicit break statement to prevent unintended fall through. Just the same with the three languages we uses break, and also a default case that will support a default case for an unmatched values. And the logic, our logic, they are just the same. The computational logic remains exactly the same across all implementations. Uh, we just have a minor differences for our input and output because each language has its own input and output mechanism, right? Where the C++ uses sin, or this one, sin, or the cin, or the C out. The Java uses scanner. Then the C++ uses using. So, um they have the console class for input and output. Sorry, the using is for file structure rather. So the other minor differences for the three languages is the file structure. In C++, we are using hashtag include. In Java, we are using imports. And in C sharp, we are um, using as our directives. So in data type conversion, the C sharp requires explicit conversion with convert to and 32 with a console read line. And results, all three programs produced identical outputs for the same inputs. For example, if our K is, let's try, if our K is 2, so J is 3 in all version. Let's run here. 2. So our J is 3 here, or J is 3. So this demonstrate that switch statements are a universal control structures across C family languages with only superficial syntactic differences. And the switch statement provides a cleaner, more readable alternative to multiple if statements when checking discrete values. And the implementation is remarkably consistent across the C++, the Java, and the C Sharp, showing the shared heritage of these languages. So that's it. Thank you.